had two changed. I have one over there and one over there now. Because they were.
It's dark over there.
What?
It's dark over
And
there.
it's not, you can't do anything because the first two get blocked by these hangers. So I had to go turn it.
Does that lamp work at all?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know on Thursday night when we were here, I was wondering whether Carol had trouble
See,
reading that. Yeah.
well, does the lights not go on back there? I thought this light went on over here.
Yeah, it should.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. You're hearing me? Are you hearing me? Hello. Well, hello, all the people in the back, and hello, all the people in the front. I'm delighted to see you. I guess I better put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's better. Well, good morning, St. Andrews. Welcome to worship. It's still a little bit before 10:30, but we're going to get going before worship starts. So this is the pre-worship worship or something like that. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Karen Holmes. And as of this month, I am the new chairperson of the worship committee of St. Andrews United Church Lacombe. So look out, anyways. This fall, the worship committee has just jumped right in with both feet. And we have agreed that we will be, as St. Andrew's United Church, one of 350 congregations across the country who are testing out a hymn sampler that's part of a major new initiative in the church. As you know, in your hymn books, you have hymn books. One is called Voices United, the other one is called More Voices. And this new resource is called Then Let Us Sing. Then Let Us Line music resource that's going to make most of the hymns from Voices United and More Voices, and in our Francophone churches, in the hymn book called Nos Voix Unies, all of those hymns plus approximately 150 new hymns and songs, all of these are going to be available in one digital location and under one copyright license, which is over 1,200 hymns in all. So as most of you may notice, we don't normally pull hymn books out these days to sing from the hymn book. We look up at the screen normally. You pull out a hymn book if you can read music and you don't know it and you want to follow along. But most churches now are putting all of their worship up on screens, and putting all of our music into a digitized form is going to facilitate using a much broader base of hymns in our church, and it's going to facilitate the inclusion of new hymns much more easily. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to feed sheet music into a computer, but it's hard. It's very, very hard. Anyways, so one of the key benefits of this new hymn resource called Then Let Us Sing is going to be its versatility. It will provide congregations with the rights to use the music in worship according to their own needs. So that includes copying, printing, projecting, or screening. And the digital format will allow us to regularly add the new music in the years to come to satisfy the needs of an evolving church. This new resource is going to be introduced next fall, the fall of 2024, and that is so that it is in time to celebrate the United Church of Canada's 100th birthday in I almost said 19, in 2025. So that's something to be looking forward to in 2 years, the 100th birthday of the church. So new hymns will bring us fresh language for God as well as accessible musical styles. They will lift up and prioritize racialized, Indigenous, Francophone, and LGBTQ+ and Two-Spirit voices, people with disabilities, and people of diverse linguistic communities. So Worship Committee has gone ahead and we signed on with 350 congregations across the country to test the hymn sampler. And all of those churches have signed up now. There's no more room for people to sign on, so that's kind of cool to know. And the sampler is about 25 hymns, and these are pieces of music that aren't necessarily familiar to us. These are hymns that the committee in charge of the project is looking at and considering whether these ought to be included or not. So we're essentially going to be hymn guinea pigs and sing things, and we get a chance to give some of our feedback. Oh, I really like that one, or that was a hard tune, but the words are great, or oh, we can't sing that at all, that was hopeless, you know, those kinds of things. Or, boy, I've never heard words like that in church before, and it shapes my faith in a different way. It opened a door. I see things differently. So basically, the questions are going to be pretty simple for us. Is when we sing a hymn, the question is, well, did you like it? Would you like to sing it again in church? Does this hymn speak to you? Does it open your heart or touch your soul? So we're still figuring out the details as a committee for all of the singing that needs to happen. Some of the singing will simply be by the choir. They will sing through pieces and test them out and see how they go. Some of them Dave will be putting into the worship rotation, and we'll be singing them as part of our worship services. Some will happen before church like this, although I guess now we're getting into the church time. And we may even have a fun Sing Your Heart Out event some day or afternoon or evening in the next month or so. You'll have to watch out as our plans unfold. So I wanted to start today with singing one of the hymns, just so you get an idea of what we're looking at. I thought that the words in English match the theme today, and you can decide if it does or not. I think it does. It's a Korean hymn, and a lot of the hymns that are in here that are from other cultures or traditions are what are thought of in those cultures or traditions or those congregations as heart songs. These are songs that people already know if you're from Korea, for example, and they know them by heart and they speak to their heart. So they may not be familiar in English, but they might be familiar in other languages and cultures. So that's something to pay attention to as well. So I was especially drawn to this hymn because yesterday, David and I were at the Northern Spirit Region's ordination service, and Dave has been supervising a ministry student, Myeongnam Park, and he's been serving in Three Hills. And Myeongnam was ordained yesterday, and so when I saw this and I liked the words and I thought it fit the service and I thought of Myeongnam, I thought, let's sing a song from Korea today. Myeongnam is going to continue serving in Three Hills. He's been called as their minister. They're so excited to have him stay with them. And we are also very excited to have such a fine new colleague and minister here in Alberta. So if I can get the words up on the screen, this will be the first time I see them up there. This song, the words are about joining together to share in work and joy. So let's see if we can join our voices to make this a melody today. I'm going to ask Nicole if you'd be so kind as to play through the verse for us. This has just got 2 verses in it. And then I'll lead it and we'll sing along. So we'll go back to verse 1. With my voice alone, there is little I can do. Add your voice to mine, what more can 2 voices do? If we gather more and more, we become one mighty war. Our voices loud and strong, speaking out against all wrong. With my strength alone, there is little I can do. Add your strength to mine, what more can our voices do? Gathering all our strength as one, we can move a stubborn stone, and with our power combined, tear down each dividing wall. With my heart alone, there is little I can do. Add your heart to mine, what more can our 2 hearts do? Joining all our hearts in love, we ask God for grace enough to open prison doors, letting the oppressed go free. Hands up, did you like it? Would you like to sing it again? Well, welcome to Then Let Us Sing and the next few months of exploring. Well, as the chair of the worship committee and on behalf of the St. Andrew's congregation, thank you for joining us here in person and online if you're on the live stream. We're so glad you're here. I'm really glad that the choir members that were here today were here. Thanks today to Tristan and Brielle on IAV, Jana for filling in at the very last minute, getting that hymn in there for me, for Nicole and Mary Lou for music, for Cecile for the reading, Diana and Anna-Ree for the children's ministry, and thanks to Dave for the service and the sermon from the worship committee. Thanks to the ushers and the coffee makers. This morning, a very, very big thank you to the Green team and also all of the property people for planning this service and for a whole lot of good work and energy over the past several months. Just a tremendous amount of work, and you'll hear a lot more about that afterwards at the potluck lunch. So, United Church, we're going to have potluck lunch. Everybody's welcome. Please do come. There's going to be lots of